It should be live, so I don't know if anybody wants to check.
That's fine. For all the other pieces.
Okay, my dear.
Yeah.
So I have a setup here as well, and so I'll be live streaming to our page. What do you want from me? Do you have it introduced you or how?
Yeah, that would be great. And then I'm gonna go.
So just call you Miss Maggie Olivo, or should I Maestra?
No. Oh, Dena, can you sit down? Can you not sit on my violin, but
I'm so happy you're here.
Sam, I'm worried that I don't have everybody in the shot.
I can show you what I have, and then if you is there a way I
Actually, I think it will work because Anthony goes first, and then he's gonna stop, and then it'll be this. So I think you're okay. Okay, I think we're okay.
Okay.
So then just I'll have to move it.
Great, I just want to make sure I have it. It's okay.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you? Great. It's so nice to see everyone here this evening. My name is Samantha. I'm one of the co-owners here at Morgenstern Books, and I want to thank you all for being here. We've been open now 6 months, and we are Indiana's largest independent bookstore. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting your community. Thank you for choosing independent and local. We're so proud to be here and so proud to have you with us. And thank you to our wonderful staff who work day and night to keep this place going. I just always like to give a shout out to them. This evening we have a special performance. Miss Maggie Olivo and the Bridges Musical Arts Youth Organization has composed and put together this wonderful performance. So I would like to introduce Maggie Olivo, who can tell you all about their work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. And Sam and I actually go way back, so it's really fun to get to work with friends in the community. So yes, Bridges Mayo, for those of you who do not know, Bridges Mayo is very aware of all the amazing musical opportunities in this community, and so what we're really looking is to kind of, supplement that, and so add these extra bridges and these opportunities that are going to, kind of complement all of the already amazing programs that exist in the school with IU Jacobs, the private studios, we have Stafford Music, and it goes on and on. So one of the programs that we have is actually composition. And so every piece that you hear today is composed not by the adult, but from kids. And the ages, it's amazing. We expect expected probably about 5 minutes of work or so, and then we end up coming back with a full program. And they wrote every single part. You'll hear every piece is totally different. Ages span from 9 to 18. Some of the composers are tuning in live with us right now, and some of you are here in person. So with that said, I'm so excited to introduce Esteban Hernandez Parra, who is our Bridges MAYO president.
Hello everyone, thanks again for being here with us. As Maggie said, my name is Esteban, and I'm the board president right now of MAYO. We are thrilled to have the chance to listen to our community's music. So not only performing with these wonderful students and the musicians, young musicians that we have here, but being able to perform their musical ideas and their originality. And it's really a thrill to be here. Thank you for your support. And we'll be listening Maggie Olivo, Dark Minuet.
Fun part of this is we had two amazing composers join me in meeting with these young composers, and one is here and one is actually at home. Ari Schwartz and Alex Tedro. Did I say it correctly? Tedro? Tedro?
Yeah.
And so believe it or not, we accomplished all of this on Zoom. I know that sounds crazy, but they would have a private lesson with either Ari or Alex, and man, did they go out of their way to work with these kids. And then the kids went out of their way and went above and beyond as they came back. And then we would meet on Monday nights and share with each other. And it was just amazing. And not only would the teachers give feedback, but the kids gave feedback as well. And to hear that discourse was pretty magical. So I'm going to welcome Ari up here so he can say a few words. And then I think you're going to say some words on behalf of Alex as well. So come on up, Ari.
It has really been just a privilege to work with these incredibly creative and talented individuals. I mean, if that first piece wasn't a sign, you're in for some really great music tonight. Since Alex couldn't be with us today, I have something that he sent for me to read on behalf of him. He says, I'm so disappointed that I can't be there in person with you all. I was overwhelmed with joy getting to work with these brilliant young composers last semester. The work they put in and the sensitivity and intentionality of their writing was incredibly impressive. I learned so much from their ideas, and I can't wait to hear the work come to life. And I just have to say ditto on all of that because you all were a very impressive bunch, and you know, it was fantastic in lessons, and I'm sure it'll be even more fantastic live. Please, why don't we, who's the next piece?
Oh, the next piece will be Dario.
All right, so the next piece will be Dario Grassini, The Moonlit Sky.
Oh, there's Dario. With COVID, you know, we don't know who's here and who's at home. But Dario, if you want to come over here and you picked the hard way. Okay, so what do you want to say about your piece?
It was fun writing the piece, and it was also fun learning to compose with Alex. And I really like writing the pizzicato part.
I think the next composer that we're going to welcome is Nathan. Nathan Reynolds comes over, and he is a senior at Bloomington High School North. Is that correct? All right, so I'll let you introduce your piece.
Okay. So my piece is Blue Sleeves. It's a variation on the theme from Green Sleeves. Green Sleeves is one of my favorite folk tunes, so I just decided to do my own arrangement of it.
Recording in progress.
So the next piece that we're going to play is called the Bee Jewel Trio by Silas Hunt. And there you are. I didn't see you with the hat and the mask. So I'm going to have him come on up and say a little bit about his piece.
Hi, called Bejewel. It was really fun to write. I don't know. It was fun. Thank you. I know that the next composer, James Rhoda, is watching from home, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce his piece. This is called Skyfall. Originally, he wrote it for one violin and one cello, but the part's a little demanding, so you'll see it takes two of us to play the one part. But it's a really, really fun piece, so hope you enjoy.
I don't know, is it okay?
Yeah, that's totally fun.
All right, so before I introduce the last piece, I would love to introduce our orchestra coordinator. Actually, tomorrow is the deadline, so if you have a young string player at home, this is the time, 8 to 18. And so this is Sarah Strickland, and she'll say a little bit about all that she does.
Thank you. Yes, I have the privilege of working with these wonderful colleagues and many of these wonderful composition students, as well as other students in the community, for Bridges Youth Orchestra, which is our community youth orchestra for string students from age 8 to 18. And next week we start our 6-week-long winter session. So we're really excited. We're bringing on some new staff as conducting staff, co-directors, and we're really excited about them joining our team. And it's going to be an exciting session and one of the many wonderful things that Bridges MAYO does. You can find out more by going to mayomusic.org or writing us at infomayomusic@gmail.com. I'll repeat those one more time. They should be easy to remember. mayomusic.org. And I remember, what's the end of it? infomayomusic@gmail.com. And we look forward to having a great session with community string players.
And so one other thing I'm realizing is we do have programs, but I know, again, there we go, Justice will just hold them up. And so if you want to make sure to get one on your way out, please do help yourself. We are on Facebook. You can also follow us there. So without further ado, I'd love to bring Justice up to talk about his piece. He is also a senior at North, and I believe he's pursuing music composition. All right, take it away.
Sure, I think we will.
Yes, I agree.
So I had this idea, the idea for this piece while I was just playing around on guitar with my delay pedal. And I was just playing this D major 7 arpeggio over and over again. And what I was playing, it had 7 notes. So I thought, you know, it'd be really cool if I did something a little more with this. So what I joined this composition program, and I figured, well, you know, here's a compositional idea that I want to explore. So what happens in this piece? I've got a 7-note arpeggio. Now, in a lot of music, the measure is divided into 8 parts. So I've got 7 notes, and what that means is it just repeats over and over again, but each time it starts a little bit earlier than the last. And it continues that until it's slowly displaced all the way back to where it started. And as I was writing this piece, that effect, coupled with all the underlying textures that don't necessarily shift with it, gives it kind of like an unfounded feel. And I thought, well, that's kind of dreamlike, sort of like in a dream, it's a reflection of reality, but it's not necessarily founded in anything. So I took that and I kind of ran with that idea of it being like a dream. There's a section later on in the piece where it changes altogether really suddenly, and then after that, nothing's really the same anymore. It's all like the different section is still there. It's getting into the original motif that returns. And then around the end, I bring back a lot of the themes that I had as melodies, and then all the different parts just fade off. They drop off one by one as the dream fades away and is forgotten mostly.
Thank you so much. I do want to do an apology to the live streamers, and I realize a lot of our heads are caught up in the view. But with that said, thank you all for coming, and thanks for you tuning in. Thank you to our composition teachers who just went above and beyond. Thanks to the students who, we'd have a break, and then remember the meeting, the group class after break, and we had all the kids, they just go, I couldn't stop writing. And all of a sudden they went from 8 measures to 40. It was just amazing. So thank you, and thank you for supporting, and do support our local music programs. They are amazing, and without them, we would not be possible. And thank you to our performers. That's it.
How did we do?
Good. I had so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Sorry about that. I was thinking about it, oops, I'm doing it.
Hi.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
I'm Dena.
Good job.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Maybe.